Well, this is it. This is where I work. We just moved to Portland, Oregon from Concord, New Hampshire, and I finally have a garage. Up till now, all of my great ideas, things to do, projects, um, time wasters, a little of everything, has lived in the heaven of imagined things. And now, here, I can make them finally come to be. I know a little bit about carpentry and cabinetry. I know a little bit about uh, small engines. I've been teaching high school math and science, STEM stuff for 12 years. And somehow, with all of that, I'm going to make as many of my things as I can. I've got all these tools. Some of them I've used before. Some of them I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. We just moved in. I've cleaned most of the stuff that doesn't belong in here out of here. But the landlord said let her rip. So I'm going to hopefully be building maybe some built-in things, maybe some things that are mobile for storage. I'm going to be putting some cool art on the walls. The order of operations is to finish organizing the space. My goal is to have nothing in here except what I'm literally working on. So, like, no storage except for like raw materials, no projects in progress unless it's the project I'm doing. We'll see how long I can keep up with that. As far as a workstation, I've got like a 60-inch by maybe 2 feet deep workbench and some pegboard that came with the space. But otherwise, oh, a little storage up high that you can see up there. I don't want to put too much weight on it because I don't trust it yet. Um, but I'll probably have to end up using that. I don't feel good about storing my engine stuff in the same place. I'm doing a bunch of sawdust generation, so I'll have to figure out how to keep dust from getting into and on all of my oily internal surfaces. What are some projects we're going to do? I've got a list of furniture items for around the house. First and foremost, my wife needs a desk, and I've already got all the stuff for that, so I'm probably going to be diving into that in most detail soon. I need a ton of storage for this space. Ton of storage for this space. I've already designed it. I've already made V1. It didn't come out quite right. I learned some things about geometry, and I'll be talking about that later. So storage for this space. Orion, my son, he needs a bed. He needs a big boy bed. He's 5.5. He's still got his crib bed, his crib mattress that he sleeps on, and I want to make like a lofted thing, like a full size mattress. Also, going to transition from carpentry slowly. Um, I don't know a whole lot about welding and metalworking, so I've got some scaling difficulty projects um, to justify getting better and better welding stuff. Project one, I've got a really cool woodworking, I'm not calling it woodworking, wood store, a lumber yard up the road. It's like 2 miles away. Um, and carting home 4x8 sheets of plywood. It doesn't fit in my car. So, first metal project, I want to make a dolly that can hold like a 4 foot sheet of plywood, and then the long way of standing up. So that'd be a good weldy project. My son, I promised him I'd make him a go-kart. That's how I got into small engine stuff. So we're gonna make a go-kart. It's gonna be a two-seater. I've got this. You might be able to see two engines in the back. There's this little one in front. It's a Honda GX200, 200 cc's, a single cylinder, four-stroke, naturally aspirated. It's like the Honda Civic of go-kart engines. There's a lot of aftermarket stuff. It's pretty hopped up. That's good for like a one-seater go-kart. But behind it, not as clear to be seen from here, is a Honda GX610. So I don't remember the exact displacement, but it's a little north of 600 cc's. Stock is like 18 horsepower, and that's more appropriate for a two-seater go-kart. So I'm going to teach my young man how to drive a go-kart. We're going to be the loudest thing for miles. Our neighbors will hate us. You will love us. Increasing difficulty of welding projects. When I was teaching, I had students working for a few years on a legacy project for me. Recumbent front and rear wheel steering, both wheel drive motorcycle. That's really like a personal passion project that I kind of farmed out to the kids. Good source of content. So I'm gonna take it back, and I'm going to make the damn thing myself. That's the level 3 metalwork kind of project. Level 4, I've got big ideas about internal combustion. I'm going to throw some numbers out here. I want to make an engine that can rev higher than 20,000 RPMs. So this is going to be a rotary valve design, partially to eliminate valve float, but also a simplification of the design. My father, bless his heart, thinks that any development of internal combustion engines is a fool's errand. And I think a fool's errand is probably taken as a name for a YouTube channel. But I think that kind of defines a lot of what I have in mind. Like, why the hell are you making all these things? Because I can. Not because I'm particularly good at them, or that I'm particularly good at teaching how to do them, but because it's fun and I have some free time and I want to take you guys on this ride. And I've got a little more cleanup to do. We've got some things that are in the basement that need to come up. We've got some things in here. I think I have a box of Christmas decoration, I don't know, random stuff that needs to go down and be out of the way. And once I've got it all straightened out, we'll go over that desk that I'm going to make for my dear sweet wife, Leah. She deserves a good desk. All right, let's clean up this garage. I have so many fucking tools. I've never had a garage. I've never actually had all of my tools in one place. It's always been like half in my car, half at school, half kind of spread out around our house. That's 3 halves. It's a lot of tools. I'm a lot of man. So yeah, I'm gonna put all the automotive stuff up there and I'm gonna forget about it. And I'll build real storage for it later. And I'll have enough space that I can do all this woodworky stuff. So let's get sorting. Well, that's gonna get a lot of replays. I don't know how heavy that engine is, but it's lighter now. Owie. I'll be okay. I dropped it on something soft, my shop vac. A lot of air in there. Like an aluminum can. Shock absorber. Still broke something off on my from the block. It'll be fine. I didn't need that anyways. I take it back. I cracked the block. Remember what I said about welding projects? Everything else is inside of it's probably fine, but finding a replacement GX610 block, well, I just gave myself a few $100 of work to do. And when I say crack's doing a lot of lifting. So I did more damage to the engine in dropping it than my students, who I assigned to basically take it apart and reassemble it, which I would have had to do anyways. The moral of the story is use the right tools and make your life easier. If I had taken the flywheel off, it would have weighed 10 pounds less. And if I had stood on that stand for my my bandsaw, could have gotten it up there as easily as I just did, rather than, oh, I'll stand on my workbench where I have about that much room for my shoulders, so I'm holding it to like turn around and get it over me, and that's when I lost control. So slow down, Pancrats. Episode 1. Well, live and learn. Just don't die, right? Well, that was a great episode of I'll Be in the Garage. While in the garage, I got it all cleaned and straightened up. Thanks for joining me on my first trip to that wonderful heaven on earth, the heaven of imagined things. Please join me next time as we start to build that desk for my sweet wife, Leah. And then I got to make a bed for my son. Then I got to make like a table thing to go in the kitchen so I can chop vegetables and not have to share space with. Well, actually, there's no space to be shared in the kitchen right now. That's why we need more surfaces. Yeah, come back anytime. I'll be in the garage.